very, very disappointing. It was the first time I felt this year that the mistakes offensively, defensively, we had 16 mental errors on offense. We had 10 on defense. We had 11 penalties for 114 yards. That was just totally unacceptable, uncharacteristic of our team. We should have played a lot better. My hat goes off to Coach Coker and his group. He did a wonderful job getting those guys together, and they played well. This past week we had a great week of practice. We practiced a couple days last week. We had some injuries, but most of the guys are back. A couple guys were out today, but no, they'll be back in tomorrow. And we went back to basics. We practiced against ourselves, and now we're starting this week, getting ready for UTEP. Good. He'll be fine. He didn't practice today, and it's more precautionary that but he'll be ready. You know what? This was the first day I felt that he threw the ball, back to where he was when he was a starter early in the year. So the resting I think really helped him. But he threw it well today for the first time in a while.
Do you kind of, I guess, predict
Yeah, we've been doing that with Nick more so than anything. The first week he came back, we had a series or two with Powell, but it's been Nick's show. Nick will play probably 3/4 to even more of the game. Powell had 4 reps last game, and it was mainly Nick. But the thing is, we're still a little bit cautious, but he's showing a lot more improvement. He was the one kid I thought today that I would say that was the furthest away. Davenport, he walked around a little bit, but I saw him run the other day, and I saw all those other guys were running well. So I think we'll have most of the team back. Yeah, what I felt we reverted back. After the FAU game was one thing. I thought our defense, we didn't play overly bad. I thought FAU, we just turned the ball over 4 times in a row. You couldn't do it. But then I thought this past game, I thought we played poorly. It was just a bunch of undisciplined penalties, just a bunch of stuff that we hadn't done all year long. And, we wanted to address that, and I think our team did this week. We did all of the above. We watched a lot of tape on mistakes, then we let it go. But we're not allowing anything 1 second late. Anything you flinch, it's an offside. We had I think seven movement penalties. If it's a flinch, it goes back. So we begin to correct those things. And I thought we had a good practice today. I mean, this was one of the better practices. Yes, a year ago we were just trying to get guys on the field. We're just trying to get 11 to play. We're trying to get guys on the bus. I think we took a couple janitors or something just to fill up the seats on the plane. But this year, I think our kids are eager. And like I told them the other day, you're just bowl eligible. That don't mean you're in a bowl game. That doesn't mean one thing being bowl eligible. It doesn't mean anything to me. So now what we got to do is we got to continue. We got a 1-game season. It's this week. And then next week, hopefully, we got another game season this next week. And then whatever happens, then we'll go from there. But these games are meaningful. They're practicing like it's meaningful. We're playing. I think we're going to play like it's meaningful this week. You know what? You always worry. I don't sleep very much, and it's just I guess it's this profession. I'm a part of this 3 a.m. club where all coaches wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They just wake up. But I think the one thing that I like to do, and I like to do with our staff and with these guys, and you can ask them. I'm brutally honest with them. I'll tell them if the defense is playing good, and I think they are. I tell them, and if they playing bad, I'll tell them. I'll call kids out, and if I'm late for a meeting or I'm doing something wrong, if I'm not dressed properly, they call me out, and I just blame everything on my wife. But otherwise, we run a ship that's pretty honest. And I think that's the best policy to do. And so they know our concerns. They know what we're about. They know what they should do. They know exactly what's going on in this program. Absolutely. Yeah, since I've been here, here's was the disappointing thing. We had 12 big play opportunities out of the wide receivers, the passing game I would call it, and we came up 0 for 12. I feel if we'd had one big play in that game, we'd have won the game. We were 0 for 12, and that's totally unacceptable. You know what? Being in a Superdome is outstanding because it's a venue that I don't think many college places or programs will play in a venue that's well known, that's prestigious. I love playing there. I love it. It's just one of those classiest places that you could play. For this group of seniors, I think it's very, very important that you want them to go out feeling good about themselves and feeling good about this program and feeling good about where they played. They played all their games, all their home games there, except for maybe one. But that's their home. When they go back 10 years, 20 years from now, they're going to remember the Superdome as their home venue. So I think it's very, very important that these guys feeling this, it's the end of this, it's the end of the era, it's the end of what we're doing here at the Dome, and I think they want to go out with a bang. More so not that message per se. I've preached this week, this team is still, there's a group of seniors, but there's still a lot of young players on this team. And I think our single-minded focus has to be this game. I don't want to hear about Rice. I don't want to hear about bowl game. I don't want to hear about this one lose, that one lose. This game is UTEP. Absolutely. You want to think about your last memories. And I have nightmares of my last memory at the Saints. It was San Francisco. But the last memories that you want to feel in that place, in that building, even the freshmen, the sophomores, the juniors, everybody, we want to walk away from that place with a win. And that'll be our last. We'll all walk around the field. We'll go. The band will play, and that's what our goal is. And now you're talking about opening a new chapter. This is what I believe in. I believe college football should be played on campus. You want to see the students come down. You want to see everybody, the frat houses come to the game. You want to see everybody, the professors, the alumni on campus, being at your own campus, your own home site. So I'm really for, having football on campus and for this stadium. And I think he's doing better. I don't know when he's coming back. He's progressing, but the thing that I like to say about Coach Lamb is, just continue to get healthy. We're praying for him. We love him. We miss him. We want him back, just for the comedy, if not anything else. But he's progressing and he's just he's still in healthy right now.
Do you feel comfortable kind of with the makeshift between special teams and he has a lot of other responsibilities?
Yeah, you know what, you love your coaching staff in place no matter what, but right now this is what we got to do. It's the smartest thing we can do, and for right now this is how it has to be.
And then are there any changes, any positional battles that you hope to have after UTSA?
No, not really. It's just we just got to play better. You know, we can't make mistakes. You know, if we were Alabama, LSU, or that SEC program, yeah, I think you can go out and you can make some mistakes. Our deal is we got to play mistake-free football for the most part, and we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. And I thought that was one of the things that we did the other day. Well, I think they're both playing. They've been playing and they've been rotating all. You know, the three tackles been rotating all year, and then Chris Taylor. You know, he's I would say beat out Rio several weeks ago, and so he's been starting. So, but other than that, those guys been playing. You know, all three of those guys been playing a lot. Yeah, he practiced a lot. You know, because Nixon is down. Richard Allen playing well. If this was last year, Richard Allen may be a starter, but you know, we so good at corner right now, and that's one of the strengths of our team. So I put a lot of responsibility on those guys. You know, I'm not concerned about peaking early. I'm concerned the youth of our team, you know, got to step up and don't make mistakes. I don't think we're playing terribly lethargic or anything or tired or anything. I think we're just not playing. We didn't play well. We had a poor game with mistakes and mentals, and that's where my concern is more. We got to clean up the mental mistakes. We got to clean up the penalties, and then let's see. I think we'll be fine if we do those two things. Offensively, you know, here's the thing: they're going to run the ball. This coach was with the Steelers, and he's a power running team. They're going to run a power. They're going to run a stretch. They're going to run a pro football style offense. I think the back is outstanding. They play two quarterbacks. This one quarterback is lightning. Now he can fly. This number 10 can absolutely run with the ball. We got to control the quarterback running the ball. That's what we didn't do well a couple of weeks ago. And then we just got to control the line of scrimmage somewhat. I think, you know, we got to stay on top of these receivers. They got the fast receiver. We just got to stay on top of these guys. I think we'll be fine. Defensively, they're going to come after us. I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't blitz us, because that's what they do. They're going to blitz us. We got to hit some plays. We got to make them pay when they blitz. If we do that and, you know, run the ball, timely plays, and I think if we do those things, I think we will have success. Yeah, he's gonna get out, and I was on both of them today about getting it out. If they get it out, I think we're gonna have a pretty good day. Thank you, guys. Oh, you got one more. You know, you put me on the spot. Here's the deal with Coach Monica. You know, I think two of the best coaches around her, J.T. Curtis, as you know, and then Coach Monica. You know, you just love to have the competitiveness between those two guys. I just want to see their faces. They have the most stone-faced looks. You know, both of those, Coach Monica and Coach Curtis. I think it'll be a good game. You know, I just want them to go out there and play the lights out, play their hardest, and hope, you know, we can come up, my alum can get a victory. Thank you, guys.